All right, and I think we are live. So, hello everyone. And today we are going to be making some penguins. And yeah, so we're going to start with some black ones. Here, let me move my light out of the way for you guys. We're going to start with some black ones, and then we are going to move on to some blue ones if we have time. But yeah, so we're just kind of gonna chill. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. I will answer them to the best of my ability. But yeah, so this pattern, I actually don't know who it's by. Let me look. Is by Lil's Lovies on Instagram. It is a free pattern, and yeah, I'm making these for my market. So yeah. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, let me know. I am willing to pretty much talk about anything. So just let me know in the chat. Right now, we are just working on like the top of the head part, and then in a few minutes here, we'll get to like the actual part of the face where the eyes are. I actually have the eyes right over here. I'm prepared. So, yeah. I definitely messed something up, so we're just gonna restart that one. Apparently I can't talk and do this at the same time. Okay, I definitely did something wrong again. So you know what? I'm actually going to switch to blue yarn because I really am struggling to see the black yarn today. My lighting is a little bit different than usual, so that's why. But we're just gonna do some blue ones instead so that I can actually see what I'm doing. It'll also be a lot faster if I do it in blue yarn because I can obviously see it better. Um, the black yarn just like blends in to my desk mat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't forget to check out my Etsy if you're interested. I have new mystery turtles. They'll come in a bag that looks just like this, and obviously inside the actual poly mailer. And also, if you order, you'll get a little bag. You'll get a freebie, but a freebie. Get it? You'll get one of the vinyl stickers, like the really nice kind. Then you'll get my business card. This one's just a mock-up, but you will get my actual business card. So yeah, if you're interested, the link is in the description. So make sure to check that out if you are interested. You can ask me any questions you might have in the chat. We're almost done with the head portion. So we'll be getting on to like the white, where the eyes will go, and then the actual like body portion after that. I'll be responding to literally anything you say in the chat. So if you want me to say something to you, make sure to leave a chat. All right, and in this one, we're going to be attaching the white. Let me just cut this. All right, now we got to grab the white. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them in the chat. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. If anyone's interested in purchasing these penguins, let me know and I can add them to my Etsy. They would probably be between like $8 and $12. It would kind of depend. I would have to think about it more, but if you are interested, I am willing to add them on there for you. And if you want a custom color or anything, like you don't want blue or black, you can also just either put it in the chat or you can email me or message me on Instagram. All of that information will be in my bio. You might even be able to message me directly on Etsy as well, so. Alright, so that is where we're going to put our eyes. Not right now, but in a little bit when we get closer to the body, we'll put our eyes right here and right here. I know you can't see it very well, but yep. And I do have the eyes right here. They're blue, but you really can't tell. And then This right here is the wing. You'll see it come together in a second. It might look a little weird at first, but see, there we have our wing. It'll stick out a little more once we do the next round. Someone's mowing their lawn right now, so I hope you guys can't hear that. And if you can, I hope it doesn't bother you. And then here's our next wing. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. I will answer them the best I can. There's our next wing. Alright, and before we do this next one, I can cut off the white once I tie it with the other end, just so it doesn't like come out or anything. It shouldn't, but I like to be safe rather than sorry. There we go. And now we can cut it because we don't need the white anymore. Alright, let's get that out of here. And now we're gonna do 4 rows that are the same. So what I do is I use this little poppet right here, and I just push in the bubbles to count, just so that I don't lose count, especially when I'm doing something like streaming. I mean, I've never done this before, but like, especially when I'm doing other things, it's really easy to lose track. So I'm gonna do that, and yeah, if you crochet, or I don't know how knitting works, but it might be the same. I do recommend that. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. Got one done. Let me move the scissors out of the way. All right. Let's do our next one. And now you can see the wings are like popping out a little bit more. Here, let me. See, they're not just kind of hanging down here. They're actually popping out now, which is what we want. So, yeah. It's coming along really, really nice, and I like it. I'm not gonna put the eyes in yet, but I think once we're done with the next 3 rows, then I think I'll put the eyes in. Just because it would be a little bit annoying um, to crochet it with the eyes in. So I'm just gonna do it like this. And this big like hole underneath the wing, I'll probably go back later to fix that, like at the end when I'm weaving in the ends. I'll probably go back and fix that later. Unless it's not a big deal. Sometimes it's not that big of a deal, and sometimes it looks like a massive gaping hole. So we'll just kind of see. Just kind of depends sometimes. Alright, there's 2. We just have to do 2 more. And then we'll start like the bottom of the body. So, and the feet. I think I'll do the feet in yellow. The pattern says to do it in like a darker color than what you're doing it in, but I feel like I'm just gonna do it in yellow because penguins have yellow feet. Do they have yellow feet? I actually don't know if they have yellow feet. I feel like they probably don't have yellow feet, but I'm gonna do it in yellow anyways because I don't really have a dark blue. I mean, I do, but it's like so dark that it looks black. So that would just look weird, I think. But yeah, I'm just gonna do yellow. And then at the end, we'll also embroider the beak because you'll notice it has no beak right now. So it does look a little bit weird, but trust the process. I promise it will look good at the end. And maybe we can try to do the black one again. Alright, and that was our last one. Well, not our last one. Our last of the repeats, at least. So we can just kind of get that out of here, out of our way a little bit more. Alright, this is the row that has the feet as well. So we will need yellow. Alright, and then this is where we can add in our yellow. Oh, actually, let me do the eyes first. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. Gonna do them like right here and then right here. I think that looks good. Again, it looks a little bit weird because it doesn't have a beak, but it will by the end. So then we just put these little tiny backings on the back to keep them from moving around and like falling out and stuff. Sorry, I was a little bit out of frame there. Alright, and now we can go back to attaching our yellow, which I lost the end of. Here it is. Alright, and then we're gonna do what's called a bobble stitch for the feet to make them like pop out a little bit. You'll see what I mean when it's done. Alright, and then we change back to blue. Hello. They're all tangled up. There we go. Alright. Yeah. And pull that to tighten it, and then we do a few stitches in between. Oh, oops. I was only supposed to do one of those. Then we do what's called a decrease so that it starts getting smaller at the bottom. And then we have the other foot. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave a chat and I will answer it to the best of my abilities. Alright, and then we can cut the yellow. Actually, I'm going to tie it first, like I did with the other. Let me just pull that off. I don't want to tie it too tight because I don't want to like force them to be like next to each other. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to like I don't want to make it look like this because I tied it too tight, you know? So, just tie it loose. Just tie it so that it doesn't like come apart. It shouldn't, like I said earlier, but it might, and I don't want it to. So, there's the yellow done. Well, almost done. We have to do the embroidery at the end, but that's after we finish it and stuff. So, sorry, I keep bumping the thing that my camera's on, and I don't know if it's making a loud noise. So, I really hope it's not, but I guess we'll see. Oh, I did not like that squeak. Okay, let me try and use a different hook, because I don't like how it's getting squeaky. Let's see if this one's any better. Yeah, a little bit. We'll use it until it gets squeaky. Alright, and now we are going to stuff it before we do the last little bit to close it up. So I just get like a huge bag of this polyfill from Michael's is where I buy mine. It's the brand. I don't know if it's the brand or the material that's called polyfill, but it's polyfill. So yeah, and then I just get it in bulk because I use so much of it. Um, so yeah, that's what I do. It's turning out so cute. I love it. I only put in a little bit of stuffing at a time because otherwise it'll be like weird and lumpy, and you don't want it to be lumpy. Okay. I think maybe a little bit more. Like a little tiny bit more. Maybe that was too much. We'll find out. No, I actually think that was good. Okay. And now we can do the last little bit and close it up. Alright. Now we can cut this. Probably a little bit too much, but that's fine. Rather have too much than too little. And then we just take it, put it on a yarn needle, and then we can just close it up. And then to get rid of this little pointy bit that's going on down here, we just push it straight through the center, and then just pull it out somewhere else. And there we go. We have a penguin. So I'm gonna embroider the beak real quick. I might have a scrap piece of yellow, or we'll just cut a new one. But I'm gonna pull this through in a few different spots just so that it won't like come apart. Alright, that's probably good. Then I can cut it and push in that leftover end, except I need a bigger yarn needle. There we go. Looks good. Alright, so now we can do his little beak. Alright, I do have a little scrap piece of yellow yarn, so we'll use this. Oh, hello. I'm making some little penguins. So we have this blue one for right now. And I'm about to put on his little beak. And then he will be done. I think about here should be good. Or maybe I'll do it one more down. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. Now I'll just do it a few more times just to like thicken it up a little bit. Thank you. All right. I think that looks good. So then we can just tie it and start the next one. Should I do a black one or another blue one next? Here he is. We can just put him up here. I could do another blue one, or I could try doing a black one. I think we'll try doing a black one. But if I can't see it, the only problem with doing a black one is it's hard for you guys to see, but it might be alright. All right, so if you weren't here for the blue one, we are top of it at the moment. Can you see the blue? And then in a few minutes, we will get to the white portion around its eyes, but right now we're like right up here. Let me know if you guys have any questions or want to chat about anything. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the chat and I will respond to the best of my abilities. If you guys want to chat about anything, I'm here and I'm open to talk about anything pretty much. So, obviously with boundaries, but we're going to cut this part off so that it's not in the way. Alright, this is the last one before we start adding the white. We are making a penguin like this one, but it's just black. So we're like right above this white part, and then the next one will do this white part. If you guys have any color suggestions, feel free to leave them. I might not have the color, but I will try my best. Once I'm done with this black one, I don't really have anything specific that I'm doing next. I mean, it'll probably be another penguin, but if you guys have any specifics that you want me to try, I'm open to that. And now in this one, we're going to add the white in. Let me grab the white. All right. Let's move the scissors out of here because they're kind of in my way. We'll need them again soon, but we can grab them then. If anyone has any questions or you want to talk about something, you want me to talk about something, feel free to leave it in the chat. This one will be the end of the white after this round. But right now we are just working on where the eyes will be. All right, and now that means we're done with the white. So I'm going to tie it and then we can cut it. So I just tie it with the original end where we attach the white. And then I just tie it really not that tight so that it can still like look like a penguin instead of looking squished. Because if I were to tie it tight, it would just squeeze it together and then it wouldn't really be a penguin anymore. So, got that, and then we can cut it. Alright, and now we can put the white away because we don't need it anymore. Alright, and now we are working on, I think in this one we add the wings in. So, they'll look the same as this. Obviously just black instead of blue. I just absolutely hit my keyboard, so I apologize if that was loud, but yeah. So that's what we're doing. Alright, and then we're going to add the wings. It looks weird at first, but just trust the process. And this hook is getting squeaky, so we're going to try and switch back to the other one, see if there's any difference. I really hate when they get squeaky and I don't really know how to fix it, so. This one's kind of squeaky too. I think I'll just have to deal with the squeak a little bit. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. And then here is the other wing. And now we're doing a repeat round. So in this round, it's basically just gonna be, or not just this round. It's gonna be 4 rounds of the exact same thing. So what I do is I use a little poppet like this, and I just push in the bubbles to count. So I'm just gonna leave it so that there's 4 left. And so I know that I have to do 4. So that's what we're gonna do. And in this one, it'll make the wings not just go like down, it'll make them actually go out. So it's a very exciting round, I guess you would say, or you might say. If you guys have any questions or you want me to talk about anything, feel free to put it in the chat and I will answer to the best of my abilities. But yeah, you can kind of see how the wing pops out now instead of just lays down. I never know how much to explain because if you crochet, then you understand, but if you don't crochet, then you're not going to understand. So it's just kind of a balance there. All right, and then I finished one, so I can just pop one of the bubbles, and now I know that I have 3 left. If anyone's interested in buying either of these penguins, let me know in the chat or on Instagram or email me and I will put them up on my Etsy. They would be somewhere from $8 to $12 maybe, just because of Etsy fees and stuff like that. So yeah, but let me know and I'm willing to do that. If you want a custom color or you want me to just make it, you don't actually want to buy it, let me know. I will. Um, I think I already popped one. Yeah, okay. On to the third one. Alright, and that's another one done. So we can pop another bubble. And now we only have one left. And then after this one, I can put in the eyes. Because they won't be in my way anymore after this round. Wow, I just missed twice. Let me try and even myself out a little bit more. It's kind of hard to do this because YouTube wants my camera to be in a certain way, even though it was fine before. So kind of messed up my plans a little bit, but it's okay. We work around it. We got through it. This will probably be the last one for today, but I was thinking maybe tomorrow I might go live again. And I think I want to make a pink one. So, but yeah, don't worry. This one's not done yet, so you can keep watching. I'm not going to end super soon. It'll be at least 10 more minutes, I think. But yeah, if you are interested in my mystery turtles or my patterns, they are on my Etsy, which is linked in the description or my bio if the description doesn't work, because I have found that it doesn't work all the time. And once I get these eyes in, I will show you what the mystery turtles come in and come with. That should be fine. Yeah, I can't pull it out, so it should be fine. Sometimes if I'm not sure if the eyes are gonna fall out, I like to test it, but here's our little penguin. But if you order a mystery turtle, it'll come in this. This is the mystery bag, so you can get one of 4 fruit turtles. They are the lemon, the blueberry, the pink strawberry, which is rare, and then the red strawberry. And then if you do order this online, it will also come with this little bag. So we have a little bee that I made. You get it for free. You don't have to pay extra for it. You'll get a little vinyl sticker. It might not be this one. It'll just be a random one. And then you will get my business card. So my business card right now is a mock-up. It will be the finished one that you get, unless it's like today. But yeah, so if you do order or if you do want to order, that is what will come with it. So, and then in this row, it is going to be the feet. So, ooh, that's squeaky and I don't like it. We're gonna hope that this one's not squeaky, but I think it still might be. Yeah, it's squeaky. Well, we're just gonna have to deal with a little bit of a squeaky hook. I hope you guys can't hear it, but you probably can. And then right here, we're gonna add in the feet. I really don't like this hook. We're gonna add in the feet, which is in yellow. So let's attach the yellow and try not to get it tangled up in the black yarn. I'm gonna try here. Come on. There we go. My hooks are getting really squeaky all of a sudden. I don't really know why. I just hope that the my phone isn't picking it up because it's kind of awful to listen to. I'm willing to do it because I do this all the time, but I can understand why it could be kind of obnoxious for you guys to have to listen to. Alright, so we have the first foot done, and now we're doing the second foot. Alright, those are the feet done. So once we get to the end of this row, we will tie and then cut off the yellow yarn. But for now, we're just going to leave it connected, just because that's easier. Alright, and then we can tie this and cut it off, like I said. I'm making sure not to tie it too tight because you don't want it to look like this. I've mentioned that a lot, but it has happened to me before. So I just make sure that I don't do that. Alright, yellow yarn can get out of here because we don't need it anymore. Actually, we will need it for the end, but alright. We just have a little bit left to go. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, and now we're gonna stuff it before we close it up. So, here's what it's looking like so far. It's a little bit smaller than the blue one. I don't know if that's because I haven't stuffed it yet, but it also might be that the black yarn is a little bit smaller. But it's okay, they're close enough to where I can still sell them for the same price. It's not a huge major difference, it's only a little bit. It's looking a little lumpy, but we can fix that at the end. Nothing to worry about yet, especially because it's not even stuffed all the way yet. You might notice that there's some yarn in this stuffing, and that's just because like I put all of my yarn scraps that I cut off into my stuffing bin, and then I just restuff it into plushies so that it's not a waste. But yeah, we're almost done stuffing. I think it needs just a little bit more. Yeah, it's still a little bit squishy. I mean, we want it squishy, but maybe not this squishy. Thank you. Yeah, this one's almost done, so we just have to do the little last bit to close it up now. Let's straighten up this guy. Alright, and now we can cut the yarn, and then we can just sew it up. And then after that, we will do the beak. And then that might be it for today. I'm hoping to stream again tomorrow and maybe do some more penguins. We could do a dark blue one. We could do a pink one. I think a pink one would be really cute. So yeah. Hopefully we can do some more tomorrow. Depends on if I'm free tomorrow though. Alright, so we have that done. And now we can cut it and just push it back in so that it doesn't come out. Black yarn's really hard to see. Alright. And now we can do the yellow. Alright, I'm just gonna cut off a piece of that. And then we can do the beak, which will be the same as this one. Yeah, this one's a little bit smaller, but I think that's fine. Yeah, this is gonna be cute. Alright. Alright, and now we can just tie this up so that it doesn't pull out later. We can cut the extra off. This piece I can still use for something else, so I'm just gonna tie it together so that it doesn't get tangled with my other yarn. I'm just gonna tie it like that. Then I have a little bin of extras, so that's where I'm gonna put this. And then we'll just push this part into the body. And yeah, here is our finished black penguin. So we made both of these today. The blue one is a little bit bigger, but it's just because the yarn's a little bit bigger. And yeah, thank you to everyone who even stopped by for a few seconds. But that is going to be the end of today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make these two. And I will be live tomorrow, hopefully around the same time, but maybe a little bit later. Um, I am going to make some more. So if you have any color suggestions, leave them in the chat now before I end the stream. I'm thinking of maybe doing pink and either green or maybe another blue or black one. But yeah, so that is going to be the end of today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. All right. Bye, guys.